Alright, so it is July 3rd. It is a beautiful Tuesday. Let's see, what did I do today? I did it, what did I do? I woke up, got called into work. Instead of being off today, I went in from 12 to around 7. And then worked out, and I'm just now heading home, and it's like 9 o'clock. 9:10, it's actually 9:11, Bush did it. 9:11, and, yeah. There's a car next to me who's stopped peculiarly right behind me. Oh, my phone's gonna fall over, I just know it. Oh, I feel it, it's gonna fall over. I'll hold you there for now, then I'll adjust it in a bit. Anyways, so today was an interesting day doing the store. Came in, built a little crap daggett. Wow, you went far. Thought of that one. Back in my lap. Come on back. There we go. Yeah. I'm gonna hold you here for right now. Anyways, so I had an interesting day. Built a planogram and had some people from my other store come in. And Janine told me at the door, she said, "Heads up, other Addie's coming in. She's been acting weird around you." I'm like, "Oh, okay, so yeah, all right." Like I know what's going on. And so. Yeah, so that happened, and then that Addie came in, and she brought in 2 other coworkers who had nothing to do with the situation, just to talk to Janine, like, about the drama crap that happened one evening, like, 6 months ago, literally 6 months ago. And so I started talking to Janine, and she hadn't brought it up with me that she knew. And I knew exactly she knew, but she was trying to just be kind about it, didn't want to gossip behind my back, didn't want to just be like, "Hey, yo, Ryan, what's this awful situation that's going on? You know, like, what's up with this? Like, I get it, we all mess up, like, just come on, tell your friends." And then I'm just like, I just basically tell her without knowing it. She's like, "Are we talking about the same thing?" And I'm like, "Janine, I'm not stupid. I know you know." And then we had a long conversation about, apparently you called Justin and was just like, "Yeah, you know your ex-boyfriend and your ex-girlfriend and my ex-boyfriend, yeah, they kissed. Yeah, while I was broken up with them and while you were broken up with her, but they kissed. Just thought you should know." And then both Janine and Arthur kind of had a similar reaction. They're like, "What the hell does that matter for exactly? Why would you go to extra lengths just to stir up drama? What did that have to do with you? You weren't in a relationship with me. You weren't in a relationship with Addie or Justin. But you just felt the need to tell them that for some strange reason." And they both took it, both grown adults that have heard the other Addie side of it, both took it as you trying to stir up trouble, and for some reason, just to get at me between me and Justin for some reason. I brought up the point that maybe you just felt that, you know, as a friend, that he should know. But then they were both very heavy on the point. It's like, "No, that's none of her business. She shouldn't have done that. That was wrong." And it was really spiteful, like, from the way it looks. And starting to kind of think that you were just really mad and wanted some way to get back at me for some reason, and then masqueraded that as trying to be right. That's what it seems like. I don't know your true intentions. I hope they wouldn't be ones that would want to hurt me. And Janine kind of thinks you're a little crazy because it would take something as, what she said, insignificant as that to want to throw away a 4-year relationship. Which kind of hurt, but it's kind of the truth. You know, there's that whole You said you're never going to leave me, that you love me, that all this and that. Well, it doesn't mean anything when you hit a little speed bump or you hit any kind of bump and you just give it up and give it away that quickly. You know, that kind of makes it seem like you never actually did love me. And that you only loved me when it was easy to love me, not when it was hard to love me. Because we mess up. You know, I give you some leeway on it because, you know, I know you're a couple of years younger than me, but I know you're also a really mature young woman. And I don't want to insult you when I say this, but I know that we all have areas we need to work on, and we all have areas we need to mature on. You know, I made a dumb decision. That was my bad, and I tried to fix it. You know, I tried to just get rid of it. I didn't want you to know, because I flat out didn't want you to know. It's embarrassing. I'm sorry I couldn't have given you that trust to acknowledge that you were going to be mad, but you'd eventually get over it. I'm sorry I couldn't give you that trust, and I feel very bad about that, and that would have been the best thing to do. But the reason why I lied to you was because I was so afraid you would break up with me. Which, that in and of its own probably has its own myriad of problems that could have been solved. But, yeah, Arthur says that I shouldn't even consider getting back together with you and I need to move on. Because when you start being crazy insecure like that, it's not good for a relationship either one. Like, Janine was like, well, I mean, if she changes, she matures a bit, you know, she can go past, like, okay, we weren't together, we were broken up, we were not together, and you kissed a girl that was also broken up, that was also single, and, you know, I get that. You know, you do make dumb decisions. We all do. I've done that. But being spiteful like that is wrong. That's assuming you were. I don't know. I would like to believe that you're not. I don't think you are. This is just the vibe that we're getting. And being that you just kind of threw it all away so easily, it hurts a lot. It makes me think that, you know, maybe I was right. Maybe I do love you more. I'm pretty sure I do. Because no matter what you've done to me, even in the act of this, because you did this to me, you broke up with me, you threw away our love because I lied to you because I was afraid I was going to break up with you. I was afraid you were going to break up with me. When you put it on paper, things don't line up and things don't make sense. So I don't think this is the whole story. I don't think this is where it's going to end. I think there's going to be some more closure on ahead. And, you know, I've been praying to make my heart ready for whatever that means in the future. You know, just know that, like, my heart, I really do love you at the end of the day. Like, I don't care. I mean, I do care, and it hurts a lot that if you were spiteful and vengeful to me and did those things just to spite me, or maybe you didn't, but you're ignorant of the reactions of other people who are not as mature as you and not as mature as me, because all that's done is throwing gasoline on a fire, because the other Addie is a dumbass and just kind of keeps bringing all this attention up. And it's been over a month since you've broken up with me, and it keeps coming up, and it keeps coming up. And I'm like, don't you have something else to do with your life other than just keep bringing this up? Like, can't you move on and enjoy your life? You have to be stuck in all this drama? Is that what you really want? Man, people are dumb. They're real dumb. And I own up to it. I made a big mistake. I'm sorry. You know, I should not have lied to you. I'm sorry I lied to you. But you kind of put me in a position where I felt like if I told you the truth, you were going to break up with me. I felt like you got to the point where you couldn't take any more. And the minute I crossed that line, whether it was a human error or not, or just whether it was human error, because that's inevitable. I think it's unfair the standards you hold me to try to be perfect, which I can't be. And this is just a clear example of, I think you're being very unfair in judging me this way. Love keeps no records of wrongs. If you really love me, and if you really loved me, you wouldn't have done that. Which leads me to believe I don't think you actually love me. You know, I went across this thinking like it was all my fault. And I do admit, I take quite a bit of responsibility, but this is a two-way thing. And your decision to not only not even try to work things out, not even try to talk to me in person, that is so disrespectful. That is so low. And that speaks so low for you. Whatever you said when you said you love me, what the hell? Are you serious? You told me you loved me before you break up with me over Xbox. After talking to my best friend, which I don't know why, but I feel like he hyped you up to break up with me. I have no basis to base that, but I feel like that's happened. And then you don't even give me the opportunity to work it out in person. Because if you call me out, I'll be like, you know what, you're right. I've been playing this fake card, and you're absolutely right. You know, I'm sorry I didn't come to you first. I know it feels like it means less, but this is something I've been on the edge for a while, and it hurts me a lot. Because I remember when you were snooping through my phone, another thing that's unusual is whenever you have my phone in your hand, you always look through it. Every single time. You have no self-control for your anxiety. You have no self-control whatsoever for your anxiousness and for your insecurities, and you take that out on me, and I pay the repercussions for that, for having to be put under this magnifying glass. You have to appear perfect to you. And that's not fair. Besides the point. Anyways, that phone number, I'm still honest with you. I've got no idea whose FaceTime number that was, whose phone number that was. I just guessed that's what it was. I guessed. And you took the time to instigate this because you had to get bottom of it. You had to get to the bottom of it. You had to put yourself in a business, and you're like, you know what? I don't trust my boyfriend at all. I should just go check this out. Oh, hey, something came up. I wonder why he didn't want to tell me. Oh, wow, he kissed a girl while we broke up. I wonder why he didn't want to tell me. Obviously, I didn't want you to break up with me. I kissed a girl. Made out with her. She was single, I was single. That in itself wasn't wrong. Me lying to you was wrong. That's where the error is at. I don't want you to get caught up me kissing another girl. Because you kissed another guy, but you told me. You know? You weren't put in a position where you always had to be perfect either. I've been dealing with these conflictions of loving you, so madly in love with you, but also being mad at you at the same time. But like in a healthy way, because I go back and forth and I feel conflicted, and then should I really be upset with you? I mean, I played a part into it as well, but I don't want to compromise and take the full responsibility and stunt you from growing as an individual and stunt our relationship from growing. I feel like discipline is not a bad thing. Owning up to our mistakes is not a bad thing. It's such an amazing thing to be able to take on those repercussions, to be able to take on that responsibility. Yeah, I did that. You know why? Here's why. I don't know, man. It's kind of a rant thing. It's kind of got me worked up. I've been thinking about it all day, and it's just... I feel like it could have been worked out. You give me a chance to mess up. If you give me a chance to just be human, no relationship's perfect. Ours wasn't. I love you to death, but it's not perfect. Hurts me a lot to realize that you didn't love me as much as I loved you. Or you didn't care enough to try to put the work in. Because if you want love, you're going to have to go through the pain. You know, you heard that song by NF? Because it's true. It's not always sunshine and rainbows. How the hell did you expect to marry me if you didn't think someone was going to mess up one day? What were you thinking? Everything was going to be perfect? You think I'm some perfect guy? Hell, you know this by now. I'm not perfect. Doesn't mean you should tighten up the leash. Maybe you should give me some slack and be like, Ryan, it's okay. I realize you're human. You know, I get you mess up. Instead of being like, never do this to me again. How could you do this to me? Do you know how much you hurt me? Maybe I need some compassion from you. I gave it to you limitlessly. I know I loved you more than you loved me. I know that is a fact. She didn't give me this example of her mom and her dad. So her mom absolutely loves and adores Janine's father. Like, ends of the earth. Loves him to death. But her father is kind of selfish and doesn't really show that back to her mom like she thinks she should. He should, I should say. And I don't think it's that extent, but I do think it's a little uneven here, and I think you got some maturing to do along with me. I don't want you to take offense to it. I'm just trying to vent off some steam because this ain't right. You can't tell me this is right. You know, getting off all that emotion and longing for you and all that, let me see a little bit clearly. It's like, you know, this ain't, something don't smell right here. Something ain't right here. I believe that's on you, on me. You know, there's a part of me that doesn't want to say something to piss you off because, you know, I don't want to ruin my chances getting back together with you. But what does that matter if we keep making the same mistakes over and over again? Man, I love you so much. Even a month after you broke up with me, I still feel like my heart's connected to you. That could be a one-way street like Janine's parents do. And Miss Rachel, my music teacher, talking to her, and she was just like, why did she break up with you? They don't make Ryans every day now. You're not gonna find a young man like me, and you know, I'm trying to not be like boastful or anything. But it's not just her just saying that. My managers are saying that. Who know that I've done these things. Like, yeah, I've known people that wish they had a relationship a quarter as nice as you, Ryan. Just a smidge as nice. And you just up and threw that away. Because you didn't want to work at it. I don't know why. I've got no idea why. I don't know why you don't love me like I love you. It don't make no sense to me. Maybe you do, and you don't. You're too afraid. You're too afraid to put yourself out there. You're too afraid. You're not ready for it, or you're just flat out not ready for it. Just tell me that, man. Just talk to me. I'm praying for you every single day, man. Every single day. Praying for you. There has not been a single day that's gone by that I haven't prayed for you. May not upload a single video every day, but I want these things to be meaningful. I don't want it to just be wasting your time. I want it to be something constructive. I feel kind of hurt and betrayed after finding out that. Because let's be honest here, that was unnecessary. You had no business doing that. And you know that. At least that's what I think. I haven't had a conversation with Justin yet because he hasn't wanted to talk to me. Wonder why. Didn't give me the opportunity to tell him. You just called him up yourself. She was mad or something, I don't know. Not gonna try to understand that. Yeah, man, it's a rough day. I like miss you like crazy. I'm a little upset, but that's gonna pass. Because I've already forgiven you in my heart. Any wrongs you've wronged against me, anything you've done against me, I've already forgiven you. I'm not gonna hold it to you. I say I'm not gonna hold it. I'm gonna try my best not to, because that's an everyday choice. To not want to bring up the past to make you feel bad, make me feel better. To not want to put you down, to push me up. To not want to push you down. To not want to unload all that unjustly on you. Who am I to do that to you? If I do that to you, then God's got every right to do the same to me about all the things He's forgiven me for. Heck, He could push me down. It's like, now, Ryan, you shouldn't have done this. You know, I gave you every opportunity to not do it, but still you wanted to do it because you didn't want what I wanted for you. So you've been forgiven for me, and I'm going to do my best to make that choice every single day of my life. But just know, I honestly do love you. I honestly love you so much. And it hurts to hear these things. My blood was boiling. And my initial reaction was to reflect that onto her. But really, I was just mad at myself for my own actions. Mad. And that was the only way I could to express it. Because as humans, you know, as natural-born sinners as we are, we don't want to take responsibility for the things we do. We want to push that onto someone else. We want to blame someone else. We don't want to hold the spotlight pointed back at us and look in the mirror and say, is it me? I'm not going to lie, I take responsibility for that. But she should have known better. I should have known better. That's a two-way street as well. She's not blameless, nor am I. Nor am I. I take responsibility for that. That's my fault. I messed up. I made a dumb mistake. And I don't think I'm asking too much for you for forgiveness. And if you love me, you shouldn't keep a record of wrongs. Corinthians chapter 13. Yeah. Chapter on love, what it should be and all that. That's the perfect goal. I get we both mess up. I don't think it's fair for me to hold you to that lens of perfection when I ask you not to do it for me, man. I get that. I don't want to hold you to that. I mean, that's the goal we should strive for. But, you know, if we mess up, like, for example, you mess up, you get so mad at me. You're so upset, you're so fed up, you're so done. I gotta at least give you time to accept for forgiveness for that. I've got to at least provide you the opportunity that I'd want the same for me. Just know I love you a lot, and being honest here, it's a struggle every day to keep my sights set on up high. It's a struggle every day. Honestly, I've talked to other girls. I don't want to lie to you anymore. I want to be upfront with you. I don't want you to feel threatened, or I don't want to rub this in your face and make you feel, but that's not the intention. I just want to be transparent here. I don't want to tell you something that's going to hurt you necessarily. I'm going to word that in a way that's not going to hurt you, but also still be truthful. And if there's something that's going to flat out hurt you and not build our relationship whatsoever, I'm just not going to tell you because it's not profitable. But if it's need to know, I'm going to let you know. I'm going to try to use good discretion to understand what is need to know for that, to what is what you need to know. And updates you need to know. Whenever I talk to a girl with intentions of flirtation and stuff, like, I stop just because I feel convicted in my soul that I'm just like, no, I can't do this. This is wrong. This is wrong. My fibers of my being cry out, Ryan, stop. This is wrong. Don't do this. Though honestly, at least not any worldly foreseeable repercussions. I can't tell any. But there are later on. I feel a conviction in my soul to not be talking to any other girls, to not be chatting anyone else up on anything. I'm trying to be friendly and all that, but I feel a conviction to not go any further than friendship. And just, man, that's where I'm at. I wish I could be free from this, you know. I wish I could just go home to my father. That's where I want to be at the end of the day. I'm so sick and tired of people doing evil and doing wrong, and of my own self doing evil and doing wrong. I want free from this burden of sin. Man was not created else of protection for this. I can't do it. This is tiresome. I know I wasn't created for this, and it hurts. And it hurts so bad. So bad. I don't know what to tell you other than I love you to death. I love you. And when I told you I love you, I was honest with you. You know? I just want to be honest with you that when I told you I love you, I wasn't playing around. That's the same I love you I would tell you at the marriage, at the wedding altar. Through sickness, through health, through wealth and through poor, through the good and the bad, the thick and the thin. Anything. I gave that promise to you and I mean it. Whether you want to keep it or not, I will. Because I love you. Now this whole overall kind of unload session may seem spiteful. I apologize if it comes off that way. This is just when I'm processing through. I don't have you here to talk about it. I don't have you here to talk through it, to clarify things. And this is just what my life is like right now. July the 3rd, day before 4th of July, celebrating freedom and all that jazz. You know? Good stuff, right? Good stuff. That rolling up there. But yeah, letting you know, I love you with all my heart, Annie. You're my absolute favorite person. No matter what you do, I forgive you. I'm praying for you every single day, and I'm holding out for you. I love you, Annie. And as always, I'm going to tell you I love you at the end of each of these videos. Because if one day I wake up and I'm not here, and you end up circling back, you end up coming back around, I want you to hear my voice and know that despite everything I did to this boy, despite dumping him twice, despite all these breakups, he loved me through it all. Whether he was on point, he was being a good boy, or he was tripping up and failing and having his knees broken by sin, having to crawl back up. No, he loved me through it all. I just want to let you know I love you so much, Addie. I wish I could see you again.